Well, I feel very blessed about our coaching staff. I feel like we have one of the stronger staffs in all of college football. Of course, our offense coordinator, Rhett Lashley's been with me a long time, and I got a lot of trust in him. And he is going to allow me to be a head coach and do the head coaching duties, even though I'll be involved in the offense. And of course, Ellis Johnson, one of the better defensive coordinators in all of college football, got a resume second to none. And so the leadership of those two guys, I'm real excited about.
Gus, Nick Marshall coming in from junior college, 20 picks last season. How concerning is that? How realistic of a shot does he have to actually win this job?
Well, of course, we feel like he was a very talented quarterback, coming out of high school. He went to another SEC school and started at another position. That tells you what kind of athlete he is. And I was at Arkansas State last year, started recruiting him, and he's got phenomenal talent. A lot of times in junior college, as far as protecting the ball, they don't have as many coaches and all that. But we're excited about him, and we're going to give him a chance and see if he can win the job. Yeah. Well, first of all, it was a true blessing for me to be the head coach at Arkansas State. They got great administration there. They treated me extremely well and great kids. The thing that really helped me the most, being a head coach at the Division I level, and having that year of experience to come back to Auburn, even though I knew a lot about Auburn and knew a lot about the players, that year being there as head coach definitely helped prepare me for this year.
Can you talk a little bit about the response and about the pace of the game perhaps increasing, injury possibilities, and your reaction?
Yeah, I said this earlier, but really I thought that was a joke at first when people were talking about injuries and all that. That's like saying that you don't let the defense blitz after a first down because they're fatigued. There's liable to be a big collision in the backfield. I think if we're going to look at anything, I think what we need to look at is the defenses faking injuries to slow down pace teams, and I think that's the integrity of football.
Gus, you hired a lot of off-the-field coaches, sort of patting yourself after what Saban has done in Alabama. How is that going to help you schematically when you're preparing for games for the season?
Well, those guys that we hired off the field have done a great job with our players and been there for our players and really helped those guys out. A lot of people think it's for recruiting. It's not for recruiting. It's for our players. And, we had one of the better academic semesters in the history of Auburn football. We've had no off-the-field issues since we've been hired, and so they've been very beneficial.
Ellis Johnson has been known in the past for his 4-2-5 spur defense. Is that something we'll see in Auburn?
Yes, we'll run a 4-2-5. Of course, 3 safeties allows us to put a little more speed and athleticism on the field, and he's done a very good job. And I tell you, our players are very excited about it and excited about playing for him and the scheme.
Speaking of Rhett, how much responsibility will he have for the offense?
Yeah, Rhett will have extreme responsibility with the offense. Like I said earlier, I've got a lot of confidence in him. He knows this offense inside and out. He'll be a big part of the game planning. And we've been together a long time, all the way back to high school, at Springdale High School. And so we'll call plays together. But I got a lot of confidence in him, and he'll have a big responsibility.
What did the 8-day crowd, what did that mean?
Yeah. I tell you what, I've said this before, but I really believe we have the best fans in college football. For them to rally and have 83,000 plus at our spring game going through a season like they went through, it says a lot about the Auburn family. And families rally through adversity. And what they did, spring game, it gave a shot in the arm to our coaches, our players, and really gave us some momentum, going into this season.
You recruited a lot of the players that are on the roster now. How's that transition back to your offense as you settle back in?
Yeah, I think that'll do nothing but help. The fact that we recruited these guys specifically to our offense, anytime you change offenses and you do it a year, even though those guys are familiar with what we're doing, it takes a little bit of time, but it will help us, the fact they're familiar with what we're doing. Like I said, our big thing is, though, our quarterback position.